Hi there, welcome back to the study for today's reflection. If you watched yesterday's, you know that we're deep in the middle of the story of the Exodus, and we heard how after 10 plagues and much reluctance, Pharaoh eventually banished the people of Israel from Egypt. And in today's story, we pick up straight away with the people of Israel escaping Egypt, led through the wilderness of Egypt with a pillar of smoke and fire at night. This picture of God still holding them closely all the way through the escape and the journey to freedom. And then as they finally reach the Red Sea, and they're presented with this vast body of water in front of them, they look back and see that once again Pharaoh has changed his mind, has decided he doesn't want to lose this great wealth of slave labor, and he sent his army, hundreds of horsemen and chariots to gather them back into the people of Egypt so that they can be oppressed again. And the people don't know what to do. They can't swim across the water. They can't wade across the water. There are no boats to ferry them across the water. They cannot run away from horses and chariots. And so we get this image of the Bible of the people essentially panicking, desperate. Why have you brought us out here only to die? And Moses speaks to God, and God speaks to Moses. And the message is, don't worry. God knows you can't save yourselves. Trust in him. And God moves, and the pillar of smoke and fire goes between the people and the Egyptian army and keeps them safe, while a strong east wind blows through the nights, pushing the waters aside to the left and the right, making this path through the waters for the people of Israel to walk through on dry land. And so they walk through, and as the Egyptians enter the waters collapse back upon them, consuming them and destroying them. And the people of Israel are safe on the far side, free at last to worship God. And this story always reminds me of baptism, this image of being desperate, of knowing that we cannot save ourselves. And God saying that I'm going to make a way, go down into water, seemingly dying in the depths of the water, only to rise again on the other side. And at Easter, I guess that's especially important to remember that we die with Christ on the cross, that we get new life with him because we died with him. We get the resurrection that he won for us there. And it's important to remember that that means that we're no longer bound by the slavery that we were bound by before. We're no longer like the Israelites in Egypt who have to follow the rules of the slave master. No, we're like the Israelites through the waters in the land where we're free to worship. Still wilderness, still not the promised land, still not where we want to be eventually. But we can worship, and we're free to worship. We're not bound by the things that bound us before. We're not defined by the things that defined us before. We are this new creation at Easter. And every day we wake up, if we look back on the day before and think, oh, I wish I hadn't done that, we can come to God, find forgiveness in him, and be made new by him. Amen. I hope you're having a good week, and I hope to see you soon. And we'll be back again with another reflection soon. Goodbye.